can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Muhammad Naimov takes on Myron Santos this Saturday at UFC 323. And I feel like this fight comes down to a couple factors between these two. It comes down to Naimov's wrestling, and if he can use his grappling, his takedowns, to kind of nullify Santos' stand-up, get him to the ground where he's shown a deficiency, I would say, in his skill set. And just the crisp stand-up, the power, and the leg kicks of Santos. I think those are going to be the two main things that are going to determine the outcome of this fight. I feel like Naimov, he is very well-rounded. He was a multiple Taekwondo world champion back in the day, Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, has good striking, has some power in the hands, has several KOs, has really good leg dexterity, has some good spinning kicks, solid leg kicks, has some subtle stance switches to kind of keep his opponents at bay, and good counters, good counters on the back foot, drop Nathaniel Wood in their fight. And I also like his wrestling, mixes it in with his striking, has really nice level changes, times them very well, has a really good double leg, and just good entries. Very quick entries to keep guys guessing on the feet. He was able to take down Ofli in their fight. I think he at one point stuffed one of his takedowns, landed in mount. It was just landed really good, ground and pound, took his back eventually. Had a really good inside trip on Nathaniel Wood, was getting takedowns in that fight. So can push a really high pace as well. Cardio's not really an issue with him. So I don't count him out in this fight. I think he could grapple his way to a win in this one. Santos has been hurt on the feet. He was wobbled pretty badly by Francis Marshall in the first round of their fight and arguably lost that fight. I think it was a pretty clear loss. He won it by split decision, but I don't think there's any way that you can say that he won that fight. But I think Santos' kick game, his straight punches, his accuracy, his power, I think it'll just be a little too much in this fight. I don't like what I saw with the leg kicks that Muhammad Naimov was taken from Nathaniel Wood in their fight. He can switch stances, which can allow him to kind of deal with the leg kicks, give him a different target that he's not used to throwing at, allow him to kind of disguise the lead leg if it starts to get battered up a little bit. And Naimov does have a leg kick TKO of his own. But Naimov can be hit, he can be hurt. He's never been KO'd, but he was hurt pretty badly in the UFC several times. He was dropped bad in the Nathaniel Wood fight, just fell like straight back into the fence, would have fell straight onto his back if the fence wouldn't have been there, but was able to recover quickly, come back and eventually get the win in that fight. He was hurt again with like 90 seconds left in that fight. He was visibly wobbled in his fight with Ofli, which isn't a great look because Ofli's not really known for his striking. He's more of a grappler. And I also wonder about Muhammad Naimov's wins. You look back through his career, lost to Colin Anglin on Dana White's Contender Series back in 2020, who's now 10-7, I believe. Loses to another guy in the regional scene, goes on a little bit of a run, 3-fight winning streak to get a shot in the UFC, beats Jamie Malarkey by second round TKO, then beats Nathaniel Wood, which was a very sketchy performance. He did a lot of cheating in that fight, was landing a lot of low blows, was grabbing the fence, was holding onto the gloves at the very end of the fight when Nathaniel Wood was having a lot of success on the ground. So gets that decision. Arguably, he could have lost that if it wouldn't have been for the fouls. I feel like some of those grappling sequences could have changed drastically if he wouldn't have been able to grab the fence. Comes back, beats Eric Silva, who's 37 at the time. Beats him with I think he threw like a spinning wheel kick, and Eric Lima blew out his Achilles or hurt himself somehow. Then he takes on Felipe Lima, who was stepping in on short notice for Melsik Bagdasaryan. Pretty close back and forth fight. Felipe Lima is not terrible, but he did take that fight on short notice, moved up in weight, and was able to get the rear naked choke on him in the third round. After that, beats Ofli, Bogdan Grad by unanimous decision. Those guys are okay. I just don't think they're the most elite fighters in the world. But I do feel like he just has an ability to mix in his wrestling when he needs to win fights. We saw that in the Ofli fight. We saw that in the Bogdan Grad fights. Obviously in the Nathaniel Wood fight as well. And I feel like that is just Myron Santos' Achilles heel. He was out-wrestled on the regional scene and got and lost by ground and pound TKO to Dan Argueta. Francis Marshall took him down 3 times. Yusuf got him down once. He's only a jiu-jitsu blue belt compared to Muhammad Naimov's brown belt, who does have a couple submissions on his record. And Myron Santos just stands very tall. He's only got 50% takedown defense. I just feel like that's a gap. But I do pick Santos to win this one, land the better strikes, make Naimov pay when he tries to come in, when he looks to wrestle. Myron Santos is only 25 years old. He's got a lot of good experience so far, and he looked really good in his last fight against Sadiq Yusuf, defending the takedowns, making him pay with elbows and little short shots as he was looking to shoot, and he just looked really sharp in that fight. I think that Sadiq Yusuf's pretty high level. He was getting beat in the striking, looked to grapple, couldn't get it to the ground. So I like Santos. I like the way that he responded in his most recent fight to the Francis Marshall performance. Looks like he's really been working on his distance management and his takedown defense and being able to, dig underhooks and defend takedowns. He did do a good job in the Francis Marshall fight at the beginning of the fight. Francis Marshall timed like a perfect double leg, was deep on his hips, and he was able to defend the takedown and circle off. But as the fight progressed, he started to concede takedowns. I think it was 3 total. So I like Myron Santos in this one. Young, making improvements, got some decent experience, now just got to win over a really good guy, trains out of Extreme Couture. I think that he'll be able to land the better strikes on the feet, keep Naimov at bay, to be able to kind of nullify his wrestling exchanges. Maybe he loses a round or loses pieces of the round just due to grappling control and having to fight back up to his feet, but I think he's going to be slamming leg kicks, throwing straight 1-2s down the pipe, hurting Naimov, making him kind of hesitant to close the distance and get to the ground. So I'm going to go with Myron Santos to get this one done by decision. Thanks.